Oh man. All right. 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 What is good? What is good? What is good? Ladies and gentlemen, of course, you know who I is, the good doc, Dr. Mike, back again, once again, with another classic live stream for that ass today. Sincerely hope everybody is blessed. Sincerely hope everybody's having a great day. The good doc is having a blast, ladies and gentlemen. Cannot complain. Everything is going well. And I sincerely hope that everything is going well for you as well. So we're going to go ahead and knock out this official time check. It is about 8:32 in the p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7:32 in the p.m. for everybody repping Central, about 5:32 for everybody repping at West Coast, and of course, 8:32 in the a.m. Philippine Standard Time. Wherever you are reporting in the world today, maraming salamat sa lahat for joining the Good Doc in this particular live stream tonight. Just happy to be here, happy to have my guys come through and spend some time with me. I want you guys to give me a chance to get this off my chest real quick before I get to the comment section. But I see you guys in the building. I will definitely shout you out. Don't worry about it. I will start all the way from the top and I will make sure that I read all comments. But you know, the good doc has to get it in first, get his shit together, and let it be known. I see Scuba Time. You say you're new to the channel. Well, welcome yourself to the Good Doc's channel. Good to see you around. I will answer all questions, comments, concerns. I will read all comments after I get what I need to get off of my chest. I want to give everybody a fair chance to get in here, but I don't want to drag this on too long before people start to get bored and be like, Doc, you ain't gonna never get to the point. But before I do that, y'all know how to do this. Y'all know what y'all need to do when y'all first step in the building. Make sure you caress, molest, and de-stress yourself all over that like button. It wants it, it needs it, it most definitely has to have it. So don't sleep on that. And like my man says, I'm gonna tell him straight up, man, don't do me like that with the likes like y'all did last time, man. Doc be over here fucking sweating his ass off and giving y'all that work, and nobody want to like the video. Y'all killing me. All right. So make sure you take care of that. Share the videos. Definitely make sure that you subscribe if you haven't already. Like I said, get the likes up. Check out the ebooks listed in the link in the description area below. All of them are awesome. BOOTYLOO Chronicles is my favorite. And of course, the prescription for guys interested in Filipinas. Also a great book with a lot of fucking information in it. Make sure you check those out. The Patreons, you guys need to join the masterclass. Please do not sleep on that. We have a lot of fun over there, and I post a lot of shit that I cannot put on YouTube. Let me be honest. I post a lot of shit that I cannot personally put on YouTube. So you are gonna miss out if you are not a part of the in crowd over there. All right. That's the masterclass, of course. Only asking a pledge of $5 a month minimum if that's what you want to do. If you're good, feel free. All right. Also, I have the other Patreon for other exclusive content that I don't put on YouTube as well. Only requesting $2 to $4, whatever you guys deem necessary, okay? But I see we got 18 in the building, man. That's more than a fair share. That's more than enough. I'm not going to waste any time with this. Let's go ahead and rip this one off like a Band-Aid. Americanized Filipinas are more dangerous than any Western woman I have ever met. Let me say that one more time. Americanized Filipinas are probably more dangerous than any Western woman that I have ever met in my life. All right. Now, let me say my piece real quick and I'll read all comments. I told you that. So you may say something that I may talk about in this particular video, but if I say it and you guys have already said it before me, okay. All right. But I'm going to say my spiel first before I go through comment section. All right. So let's go ahead and knock this one out. To me, Filipinas like to flock together. And I feel like they naturally like to help one another out when they're in foreign countries. Whenever you travel to the Philippines, it's unorthodox to see a lot of foreigners hanging out together because it seems like there's a lot more hatred in that particular aspect. Don't ask me why. But when you see a lot of Filipinos traveling abroad or traveling to other countries, you can naturally see that they gravitate towards each other, especially if they are aware that you're Filipino. You may have lived there for a while, so they want to, get a little help from you. As a fellow Filipina or Filipino living in that country, they like to flock together. They like to stick together. All right. But the advice they give to the people that they choose to gravitate to and connect towards may not be to the benefit of the foreigner. Okay. So yes, they like to get together. Yes, they like to hang together, but it may not be to the benefit of the foreigner when they do that. Okay. And I'm going to explain to you why. Here are a few things that I personally cannot stand about Filipinas who are entitled because they live abroad, okay? Here are a few things that I cannot stand about Filipinas who are entitled because they live abroad. Basically, the types of women who have become Americanized, all right? Number one, The attitudes completely suck for the most part. I mean, their attitudes are garbage, all right? Nothing like what they used to be. You can imagine a Filipina coming from the Philippines. They've probably come from humbled beginnings for the most part. They get to the United States. It can change them, change their attitude, change everything about them. That is the worst thing that could possibly happen. All right. And I can tell you from personal experience, I have seen and dealt with a ratchet Filipino before. Ratchet, RACHET. I have dealt with ratchet Filipinas before in the United States. And it was like a horror movie, guys. I mean, I could not have been more scared in my entire life. Now, I'm not talking about dealing with them from a dating standpoint, but dealing with them in general because maybe they were connected to somebody that I knew, and that just having to interact with them just made me cringe. You know how your skin crawls when you have to deal with people you really don't want to be around? That was what she was. That encompassed everything about her. Attitude was shitty. She was ratchet. Basically, she wore her nails on her fingers super long and her skirts were super short. That's pretty much it. Nails were long and short, and skirts were short. It was just a bad overall situation, all right? And I felt like she still talked, with this broken English accent, but with a ratchet tone. I don't know if you guys understand that, but she had the broken English accent, but it was with a ratchet tone. It was horrible. It was the craziest thing I could ever deal with. So basically, number one, for entitled Filipinas, their attitudes are garbage. Okay. Number two, that was pretty standard. Number two, they are super manipulative and likely to have a grasp on the justice system in the United States, where everybody knows how the justice system in the United States favors women over men. We don't have to go that far. But when they are aware of that, they are quick to try to convince your Filipina that she no longer needs you when she gets to the United States or when she gets her green card. Let me say that one more time. These entitled motherfucking Filipinos that are living abroad have the audacity to understand our legal system, and that's nothing wrong with that. But they try to convince your Filipina, the one that's with you, that she no longer needs you, especially when she either gets to the United States or when she gets her green card. Now, I'm gonna school y'all on something real quick for those that don't know this. If you agree to bring your Filipino to the United States, when you sign documentation, there is a document that says that you will continuously take care of her while she's in the country until she gets a green card or something to that effect. A lot of guys will probably comment on it here. I'm not sure, but you'll have some people who know about this to be accurate, right? So when you sign that document, even if you're not with her, even if you're not messing with her anymore, you are still required to take care of her. That is a legal document that says she will be your responsibility should you file the paperwork to bring her to the United States. Okay. Now, I know you guys are probably going to say, don't bring her to the United States. I'm going to get to that part. Okay. Let me finish first before we get to that part. Okay. So again, number one, most of the time, attitude sucks. Number two, super manipulative and likely to have a grasp on the system. So they're trying to manipulate your girlfriend not to mess with you at all, or your wife or fiance. Okay. Number three, they seem to always compare their life to all other Filipinas, trying to make them feel bad because they don't have the things that they do. All right. I've noticed that these ratchet, entitled, Americanized Filipinas have a tendency and the audacity to compare themselves to your girl or vice versa, or compare lives and try to make the girl feel bad because maybe she lives this lavish life and shit. And she, maybe the girl that you're with doesn't have everything that she has. They kind of do that stuff low key, and it kind of pisses me off. Again, Americanized Filipinos are like this. They're very fucking entitled, and I don't like it. To them, I kind of feel like it's a competition, all the time. But it's a competition on a massive scale. You know what I'm saying? They see that their friend or their Filipino friend, husband bought them this big ass ring. Then they gonna go to husband and say, oh, can you get me a ring bigger? I've seen it happen. I mean, this shit is for real. And this is only for the Americanized, entitled Filipinas. Make sure you understand that. Americanized, entitled Filipinas that act this way. All right. And number four, I'm only going to end it on number four because we can go on all day about this, but I want to give you guys a chance to talk about it as well. But number four, I feel like if she was promiscuous when you met her, and I want you fellas, gentlemen, pay close attention to this one, okay? I want you to pay close attention to this. Number four is probably the best one out of all of the other three that I told you, okay? Number four is optimistically important, okay? This, number four, the worst thing about an Americanized entitled Filipina is this. If she was promiscuous when you met her, let's say she was very sexually active, liberated, all of that stuff. When you met her, you have to be careful because even your closest friends will try to sleep with her. Let me say that one more time. If she was promiscuous, intimately, sexually, however you want to call it, liberated to that particular extent, even your closest friends will try to sleep with her. Why? Because she's the exotic one, remember? Now she's in the United States surrounded by a bunch of American men. She has access to a bunch of American men. Not like it was in the Philippines where foreigners come to the country, but in the United States, damn, man, we a dime a dozen. Opposite of us coming to the Philippines. You get what I'm saying, right? So even your closest friends will probably try to be with your young lady. If she was promiscuous, yeah, she will probably let them do it. That's the problem with the Americanized Filipinas that are so ultimately entitled. I've seen it happen. And like I said, you know how thirsty guys are. Come on, man. You bring this beautiful young lady from the Philippines and, bring her to the United States, and you got close friends and you allow her to be around your friends. That's why I don't have any friends. I'm going to be honest with you. I have zero fucking friends at all. And that's for good reason, because I don't like people for the most part. I love y'all, but I don't like people. Like, my circle is so small. It's like, it's funny. But anyways, you bring them around your friends, your closest homeboys, introduce her to your people. All of a sudden, they're gonna be like, damn, she fine. Low key, they're gonna be trying to smash. I can almost guarantee it. You cannot tell me that your closest friends are gonna look at your beautiful Filipina and not try to hit it. It's just because it's new to them. You know what I'm saying? It's foreign to them because they've never been anywhere outside of the United States, probably outside of their own backyard. So you basically bring in or serving her up on a platter. That's what I'm trying to say. But that's if she's a promiscuous type. All right. So those are my top 4 reasons that I hate Americanized entitled Filipinas and why I believe they are more dangerous than any Western woman you could possibly come across. Number 1, attitudes are garbage. Number 2, super manipulative. Number 3, they have a tendency to compare lives from one another. And number 4, if she was promiscuous, most of your homeboys will probably try to sleep with her. It sucks, but it's true. All right. Now, I understand that after hearing all of this in my little short list, a lot of guys will probably deter, or this would probably deter them from wanting to bring their Filipino to the United States. And I can understand why. I understand that. But deep down, I feel like you still have to know your woman before you make moves like this. You have to know your girl. You truly do. You don't just make this move a year after knowing her, 2 years after knowing her. I think you got to wait a decent amount of time before you commit to bringing her to where you are. I feel like it's the only way. You have to take your time. But, you have to make sure that she is down for you. I can almost guarantee that, you're going to come across some women that have the tendency to act a certain kind of way. But I kind of feel like if you make her wait super duper long, she'll show her true colors eventually. You understand? Like, if you put not really a time constraint or a time limit, you don't tell them the time limit, but you don't easily and overcommit in the beginning, you'll see her true colors. Because if she's willing to sit around and wait for you and deal with you and all of your BS for years on end before you bring her around, I almost believe that will definitely give you an idea of the type of woman you're dealing with. Okay. So I want you to take these into consideration, but I do not want this to be your know all be all. All right. And there's always potential for her to change if she comes to the United States. I'm not going to lie. There's always potential for your woman to change when you bring her to the U.S. or, you allow her to, you basically give her the opportunity to become Americanized. Now, let me be honest. You can become an Americanized type Filipina, even in the Philippines, but, that's very rare. But there is a slight chance that she could become Americanized in the Philippines, but also when you bring her to the U.S. But if it's real, you have nothing to worry about. All right. You have nothing to worry about if it's real. And I think you should be able to tell if it's real or not. Okay. I want you to understand that. I think you should be able to tell if it's real. All right, guys, give me a split second. I got one more thing that I want to say, but I have to take care of something real quick. I'm sorry. Hold on. Get the likes up. My bad, ladies and gentlemen, had to take care of that. I got one more thing that I want to say. The real reason why I feel that Americanized Filipinas are more dangerous than any Western woman you could ever meet is because at least you know what to expect from women in the West. If you've lived around women in the West your whole entire life, you can almost expect and already know what to expect from women in the West, right? But with Filipinas, the change is usually gradual over time, and you may not see it coming. If you do see it coming, you may be able to catch it. But if you don't see it coming, it could completely ruin your entire life. All right. That's why I feel like Americanized Filipinas are more dangerous than any woman you can ever meet in the West. Simply going back to the idea of them being manipulative, understanding our legal system, understanding that shit could go 100 different ways and really mess you up. That is the scariest thing that I could possibly tell you guys about dealing with Americanized Filipinas, and why I believe they are personally more dangerous than any woman you can meet in the West. The women in the West, you know what you're getting. You understand? You know what you're getting. But Filipinas that have that gradual change, you may be able to see it. And the guys that don't catch it become victims of their own situation. And there's nothing worse than becoming a victim of your own situation. All right, guys, I see we got 35 people watching. I appreciate all 35 of y'all coming through and showing love to the good doc. Make sure you guys get the likes up on this video. I see we got 21 likes. That's completely awesome. I am completely happy about that. That seems pretty awesome, but we got to make sure we get the likes up tremendously. All right. So now I'm ready to read comments. Now let me shout my people out real quick. Okay, so now it seems like are you guys able to see me? Because I can't even watch my own YouTube. That is so gay. Give me a minute, guys. I'm trying to view my information on YouTube, but for some reason it's giving me a hard time. I think they're blocking me. Somebody might be blocking me. But at the end of the day, Americanized Filipinas are more dangerous than any woman you could ever meet in the West. I'm just going to be honest with you. However you slice it, it doesn't matter. It's just the worst. All right. So shout out to my boy Essential Classics. I see you guys in the building. Much love to you, man. I appreciate you coming through. The homie Scuba Tom. Appreciate you coming through. I like scuba diving as well. Think it's awesome. My man Pissed Off Driver. Hold on. He says, hey, Dr. Mike, tell him not to do you like that with them likes. Yes. Y'all better start caressing that like button like you mean it. Because Doc is over here putting in that work, man. 40 people coming through, 41. Y'all know the good Doc is about to put it down tonight. You know, Americanized Filipinas are more dangerous than any woman you can meet in the West. All right. So my man Scuba Tom says, you're new to the channel. Welcome. You'll be taking your first trip to Dumaguete. Cool. On February, being I have never been there, trying a smaller city first. Cool, man. Hope you enjoy. You'll be moving to Southeast Asia next year. I'm in Davao City. That's where I am. So my bad, guys. Had to have a conversation. I'm sorry. Let me get back to it. Let me get back at it like a crack addict. So you said you'll be in Southeast Asia full time next year. Just enjoy, scroll around. You'll be all right. My man Glenn Gibson, what's good with you, man? I'm glad you 1,000% agree. They can't do me with the likes, but they're going to do it anyways. My man NY Mets fan, what's good with you? Sasha, he says, I agreed. I dated some of them. They are even worse than American women. Best bet is to get them in the Philippines. 100%, 1,000 correct. That's what I tell them all. Tim H, what's good with you, my brother? Mr. Wonderful. Appreciate you coming through. I think I've explained to you guys where they're at. Deadly Mist, I see you in the building. San Juan, yo, the live stream yesterday was fire. Yes, I had too much fun with that one as well. Essential Classic, my experience hasn't been a positive one. Dealing with ratchet ass Americanized Filipinas, the worst you could possibly ever deal with, guys. The worst you could possibly ever deal with. I'm just being honest. And those are my reasonings for that. My man calls himself runaway slave, man. 100% married to one I know. Damn, man, I'm sorry. I feel bad for you because I feel like I'm preaching the gospel, but I'm preaching that gospel way too late. But it's, it's all good. I feel you. My man Pissed Off Driver says, I live in LA. There's a lot of Filipino people here, and I fear other Filipinas will give her ideas, even bring one here. Even if I bring one here, oh yeah, man, that's always a possibility. They have the tendency to manipulate your girl. Like, they're gonna naturally gravitate to the women that they are, how can I say this, that, remind them of home. Like, shoot, you're Filipino, I'm Filipino, let's be Filipino together in this foreign country, if that makes sense. But when you naturally gravitate towards people you like, they may not be the best people with the best character. Anybody has the potential to change. That's just the know all be all about it. Shout out to my boy Channel 19. What's good with you? John Doe says this happens more so to the poor Filipinas that come to the US. The educated ones, less so. That's true. I mean, it's not gonna happen to all the Filipinas you bring to the United States. Let's be honest. If you're educated, you pretty much know when people are trying to BS you. You pretty much have that idea. But you can't overlook the fact of the actual gradual change that may happen. It's not guaranteed. I don't want you to come here and think if you bring your woman to the United States, it's 100% guaranteed that she's going to change, because that's not true. Nothing is 100%. Just want to make sure that you guys understand the truth about that in reference to Americanized Filipinas and why they are more dangerous than, any woman you can meet in the West. My brother Sam Juan was good. He says that goes for all foreign girls who come to the U.S. as well with expats. That's true. The majority of them eventually become a shell of their former selves. Nobody wants to date what they used to. I mean, you got to understand that people are naturally going to change when they get older. That's true. It's just going to be what it's going to be. But you also have to take into consideration that change may not be a bad one. It's good to have your girl educated on the way people try to take advantage of her or possibly take advantage of her and whatnot, but it's just a tough road ahead when you're dealing with the Americanized Filipinas. I see we got 44 watching, 30 likes, man. Guys, get the likes up on the video. If you guys want to support the channel, please feel free to do so. But of course, the good doc is happy that you come through. Spend just a little bit of time with him today. Nayon Den. Oh, we got one dislike. Oh, my feelings are hurt. My feelings are hurt. John Doe says it sounded like she was a hooker. Yeah, long nails. The nails were long and the skirts were short. She became. I don't know how she became the way she became, because I didn't know her before she came there, so I can't call it. But you can guarantee that something fucked up went wrong in her life that put her in that position to become the person that she became. You say you should never marry a poor Filipino and bring her to the US. If you're gonna marry Filipinas that are coming from the poor backgrounds, just keep her in the Philippines. Always the best idea you could possibly do. Scuba Tom says I'll never bring one to the US. I'm 100% agreed on that one, man. Bringing them to the US may not always be the greatest idea. I'm not gonna say that you shouldn't, because I'm considering it myself. You feel me? So that's not something that I would ever tell everybody, no, don't do it. You have to understand your situation, because everybody's situation is different. Shout out to my man MD. He just I think his wife is just recent to the United States as well. I don't know if he's in the chat yet. I haven't seen him. But like I said, man, everybody's situation is different. You can't sit there and judge your situation compared to everybody else's and think that your girl is going to be the same as somebody else's girl. It truly does depend on her attitude towards everything. It depends on how she is as a human being. I'm going to be honest with you. You can tell if your girl is going to give you some issues or not. You should pretty much be able to tell within the first 6 months if she's going to be a headache or if she's going to be someone that's down for the team. All right. That's just my truth. I'm not saying marry her after 6 months. I'm just saying you should get a general idea. All right. So my man, Mr. Driver, says, my friend bought a girl from Latin America. 2 years later, she made demands. No sex, no cooking. She only wants nails, money. See? Bitch got the nerve to make demands. Boy, feelings, man, look, bro. Ain't no way in this world you're gonna do that to me. You ain't gonna demand shit. Damn, man, we got 52 in the building. Do we got some? If you got a story to tell, let me know, because I'm just speaking some truth, but I also want you to understand that Doc is here for you. The good Doc is here for you. So make sure y'all get the likes up, man. Doc would highly appreciate that. So I see Go. What's good? Tim H says, damn, he says, I've seen this behavior too. It's the craziest class prejudice type. Yes, they always want to completely compare themselves to others. They always try to make each other feel bad if one has something and the other doesn't. We talked about the crab mentality that most people have. If I'm going to stay down, then I'm going to keep everybody down with me. It's not necessarily that, but I need to show that I am better than you by the things that I have. And they really do compete with each other on that level, especially when it comes to them being in, countries like the US and other Western countries. They go hard for that shit. That's not nothing to play with. That is their real, that's how, and you can pretty much see a person's true colors, within the first, like I said, you'll pretty much figure it out within the first, couple of months of being with them. No doubt in my mind. So John Doe says, excuse me, John Doe says, a poor, uneducated Filipina is easily manipulated. True, by other Filipinos in the United States, which is why, yeah, you might want to stay away from that. Fred, what's good with you, man? He says, this is outstanding information. Do not bring an Asian woman to America. Again, I don't want it to be that way. I just want you to understand your situation before you do that. Okay? Just understand your situation before you make that jump, because this is something that's going to happen. I think the biggest one that I told you guys is that your best friends are going to try to smash your girlfriend. Okay, I want you to look me in the eye, or look me in the camera, or look at my avatar and tell me that these guys aren't going to try to be with your woman, and I'm gonna laugh at you like you done lost your mind, because they're going to try to be with your girl anytime you're not around. You can guarantee you they're going to be trying to get up in your girl's panties, and that's a sad fact. And I hate to have to say it, but I'm telling you, there is nothing worse than an Americanized Filipina, because they are more dangerous than any woman you could ever meet in the West. You can pretty much understand how women in the West are. Filipinas who naturally gravitate towards that, boy, if you don't see it coming, you in trouble. Best way for me to say it. My man Frederick Mason from the great state of North Carolina. What's good with you, my G? Appreciate you coming through. John always says you should never marry one. I'm not gonna sit there and say yay or nay. I mean, you have to basically figure out your own situation. Like I said, everybody's situation is different. My man Thomas Travers, what's good with you, man? John Doe says once she's in the US, other guys will sense if she is in a weak relationship. Okay. Essential Classics, he said, I'm not lying. Doc don't lie. No reason to lie whatsoever. I tell you the truth because truth hurts, man. Truth hurts. He says you're not lying, especially about number 4. He said it happened to him in high school. It turned out they racked up quite the reputation. Tell me, man, ain't nothing worse. Ain't nothing worse than when you bring your girl around your homeboys and all of them low-key trying to hook up with her. That is the worst feeling in the world. Again, I don't have friends. Truth, I don't have friends at all. I mean, I got people that I like, people that are acquaintances. Like I said, I love y'all. That's a big difference. I love the people who enjoy the content and support the good doc and do all of that stuff. I appreciate it. But I'm going to be honest. In my circle is very small for a reason, because I don't trust these people around me. I don't trust nobody around me. They going to try to hook up with your girl. And that shit happens in the United States with even women that you deal with in the United States. If your girl is sexually promiscuous by nature, liberated, whatever you want to call it, almost guaranteed you bring her around your friends. They go like John said, they're gonna smell that. They're gonna smell. So if they smell any weakness in the relationship, I promise you, they're gonna be all over her like flies on shiznit. Okay, they're gonna be all over your young lady like flies on doo-doo. So you got to be careful. It's just, there's a lot to look out for, man. Jermaine Noels, what's good with you, my G? John says they will know she married the schlub for the U.S. citizenship, so anyone can hit it. Ooh, that's some hurtful stuff. When they know that they can get it, oh, it hurts my feelings. Oh, it hurts my feelings. I gotta read this right quick. Let me get right. Hold on. Damn, who did I miss? Okay, I gotta scroll slow. My man Steve, what's going on? Snodgrass, appreciate you coming through. First time listener. Make sure you like. Hopefully you subscribe, man. Maybe you'll enjoy the competition. Maybe you'll enjoy everything I got going on. My bad, guys. I just had to deal with a conversation. All right, let me read the rest of these comments. Steve, like I said, Snodgrass, appreciate you coming through, man. Love you for joining the channel. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you check out the other videos. Hope that you enjoy what the good doc has to offer. So John says the way a Filipina gets Americanized in the Philippines is when a clueless doofus foreigner spoils her and treats her like a Western princess. We've known quite a few people who have done that. Not gonna, I don't want to go there. All right, my man Lawrence McGee, what's good with you, man? Doc in the building, you know what's good. My man Channel 19 says Filipinos are not dumb. Today they play the long game. Let them know from the start, you're not going back to the US. All right, much agreed. If you know you don't plan on bringing them there, just go ahead and put it out there. Again, you have to be honest in your relationship. You know that. John Doe says, once the guy gets married, he loses control to the poor and educated Filipino girl he married. True. That is, you can lose the control. I mean, unless she doesn't become hip to the game. I mean, literally, she has to be completely dumbfounded not to know how this game goes. But, you got to be able to marry one and understand that you still in charge, regardless. That takes time. It takes time to build that type of trust and, to build that type of hold on your particular young lady. All right. Dr. Feelgood says, I would rather lose 50,000 pesos than $50,000. Exactly. I said that shit a long time ago. I think I said 100 grand, something like that. I said I'd rather lose 100,000 than $100,000. It's the truth, man. Ain't no way in this world. Ain't no way in this world, bro. My feeling, you are not gonna go through me like that. The Observer, what's good with you, man? I don't know why the chat's frozen, man. The shit's just slow. I'm sorry. Please bear with me. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I'm trying to keep up with the chat, but I'm trying to do some adjustments as well. But yeah, man. Yeah. Edward Carl Crandall. Sorry, man. Can you guys hear me? Yeah, I'm sorry. I had the mic on mute earlier. That was my thing. The Observer says, so do you guys think that you can't trust zero Filipinas to go to the US? I would never say that, man. Would never say that. I can't tell you that it's 100% that she's going to go complete on Americanized if she goes to the US. That just doesn't seem fair. All right? That just doesn't seem fair to say some shit like that, I don't believe that. So, like I said, man, I see we got 51 watching, 37 likes, 1 dislike. Come on, man. Don't leave the good doc hanging like that. Y'all got to make sure y'all take care of the boy. Make sure you get the likes up. Caress, molest, and de-stress yourself all over that like button. Wants it, needs it, most definitely has to have it. Doc would highly appreciate that one. You got to take care of your boy. Don't do me like that. You got to take care of your boy. What else do we got? Yeah, man, guys, make sure if you want to support the channel, please feel free to do so. But of course, the good doc is happy that you come and spend a little bit of time with him today. Nayon. All of my stuff is listed in the link in the description area below. For all of the newer listeners, I want to invite you to check out everything that I have to offer in the description area, and definitely subscribe, man. You guys are gonna enjoy a little bit of what I put on. I think I pretty much give you a fair analysis of my experiences here. And definitely want to make sure that I give you guys a chance to be prepared for your trips here. And also if you plan on bringing her to the United States, which a lot of people will probably say no to that. But I would take a survey on how many guys would want to bring them to the United States after this. But I'm pretty sure we'll probably be in the 90 percentile that would say hell no. So it's not even worth it to take the survey after hearing something like this. All right. Dr. Feelgood says no child support, no alimony, better in the Philippines. Life is more fun here, I guess. My man Malcolm, what's good with you? He says I'll lose my mom before I lose my dollars. Agreed. MD, what's good with you, man? He says an Americanized penile is definitely a cancer. Oh, it's more than a cancer, man. They do some things that I'm not comfortable with, but we have to understand that they do exist. All right. So my man says they tend to act like they're better than the ones who just got to the US, and I can't stand them. That is the truth. They it's like a competition with them. They really look at it like it's a competition. I'm better than you. I came here before you. I'm doing better than you. And I don't like that. That shit's uncomfortable for me. It makes me uncomfortable. It makes me uncomfortable to know that if I'm bringing my young lady to the United States, or if you're bringing your young lady to the United States, if you're bringing your young lady to the United States, that there is a high probability that she could come across these individuals. Now, of course, a smart Filipina, an educated one, they won't give two craps about what this gutter monkey is talking about. And I'm not saying that in a racial manner. I'm just being honest. She's just a gutter skank, and she just wants people to be put down. I don't know, maybe because of all the things that she had to do to make her money. You guys know how that situation goes, and I just don't like it. If you're the Americanized Filipina type, you are more dangerous than any woman I could ever meet in the United States, any woman I could ever meet in the West. My man Elgo says, don't these women's parents tell them to behave? No, they don't tell them to behave because they want to get that money. They say, if I'm paying to upgrade the folks living situation, why would you mistreat me or have affairs behind my back? The money will stop. Yeah, you wanna know. I don't know why, but they don't get it. And I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to be honest. My man Malcolm says my family is already Americanized. Don't need any other ones around me. True that. John says she will be Americanized by not being as sweet as they were in the Philippines. They will harden. And I mean, I understand the situation and circumstances will put them in a position to change. Like I said, change is inevitable in everybody, but you just hope that that change in that Filipina doesn't become a westernized catastrophe. All right? You hope that it doesn't become a westernized catastrophe. All right? Joanne, how you doing, baby? Appreciate you coming through. If this is your first time listening to a Dr. Mike TV channel, I hope that you feel welcomed here. I hope you're not uncomfortable with a bunch of dudes. We're just doing our thing, having our fun, but explaining things that I believe to be accurate as it pertains to guys dealing with Filipinas. Just my truth. My man Chaz, what's good with you, bro? Charles Sullivan, I see you in the building. My brother Pedro, always, man. Good to see you in the building. Dr. Feelgood always says never get married. But like I said, man, I'm not gonna say don't. Shout out to my man Michael Smith. Appreciate you coming through, Rain Man. I see you in the building. Dr. Feelgood says don't buy property and don't get married. I'm all about the not buying property part. That seems like a catastrophe waiting to happen as well. Fellow traveler, I see you in the building. But MD, I'm glad to see you in the building. I did mention you earlier about bringing the wife to the United States. I think that's awesome. Jedi, man, I don't play games over here. You know, Doc is going to be 100% honest all the time. Whether you love it or hate the honesty, you're going to get the best of me 100% of the time. I try my best to create topics that I feel you guys are definitely interested in, okay? Definitely interested in. All right. Again, Americanized Filipinas are more dangerous than any woman you could ever meet in the West. I don't know if anybody's ever touched that topic, but I am smothering that some gun tonight, man. Oh, Jedi, you say you like the thumbnail? I love it too, my G. Fellow traveler says, where did you get that thumbnail? Would you believe me if I told you that came from the personal collection? Would you believe me if I told you that thumbnail came from the personal collection? Yes or no? We'll see. Joanne says, I'm good. Thanks for asking. Just listening to Dr. Mike. Okay, you're talking to me. Doc is just talking to shit. I'm sorry. Reading comments now. Definitely interested to hear what you guys have to say. Go ahead, man. Let me hear. I want you to get it off your chest because I'm pretty sure there are a lot of guys maybe in this chat sitting in the background listening, hoping, maybe thinking, did this happen to me? Can this happen to me? Or it's already happened to them. I want you to understand that Doc is here for you. I mean, I feel your pain. I can tell you how to get out of it, but you're probably not going to like it. So I'm just going to keep that one to myself. That isn't really what this is about. This is about my gentlemen needing to understand that an Americanized Filipina are more dangerous than any woman you could ever meet in the West. If you guys just came in or you're a little bit late, we were talking about that earlier. I talked about 4 ways that Americanized entitled Filipinas suck. Number 1 was their attitude. Number 2 was the manipulative attitude that they have when they know our justice system. So they try to push that type of narrative on your young lady. Number 3, I was talking about how they like to compare their lives to one another. They feel like they have to outdo one another, or they feel like they're in a position that they're higher than somebody else, and they try to make them feel bad about not being on the same level as them. Number 4, which was my all-time favorite, I talked about how if you bring your Filipina to the United States or bring any of your girls around your friends, likely they're going to try to hit that, especially if she's promiscuous and liberated by nature. You understand? I'm telling you, they will try to hook up with your girl. And the reason they're going to try to hook up with your girl is because she's the different one. She's the newbie, she the new thing. And even if they are your best friends, you've known them since you was in preschool, elementary school, you've known them since birth, they don't care. If they want to hit that, they're gonna go for it. And it's a sad fact. It truly is. That's why Doc don't have friends like that. I don't hang around people like that. I don't hang around people on a daily basis where I allow them to get that close to me and my lifestyle. It just doesn't happen that way. My man Dennis was good. He says, just disappear when you run into such a female. The thing is, when you run into such a female, sometimes those females are manufactured and created. That's the problem. Sometimes with the way that they're dealing with these types of foreigners, sometimes they are manufactured and created. So it's hard to run away from something that you created, aka how they say, I've created a monster. Yes, you truly did create a monster when you allow your Filipina to become Americanized. I'm telling you, the most dangerous thing that could ever happen, and they are the most dangerous women that you can ever meet. More dangerous than a woman in the West. Can you imagine dealing with a Americanized Filipina and they being more dangerous than a woman in the West? At least you know women in the West. Americanized Filipinas will creep up on you. Ugh. It's a nightmare waiting to happen, people. Dr. Philgood says you disagree. I don't know what you disagree with. He says without the laws in the Philippines to match those in the U.S., your chances of survival is in the Philippines. I don't know if you were disagreeing with me. I'm sorry. I'm late. I'm late. I don't know what I said, or you got to correct me if I said something. All right, my man Curtis Usher, man, appreciate you coming through. Scuba Tom says I've given my money away 2 times in divorce. Ooh, yes, never again. All right. I'm glad you learned your lesson, my friend. He says, luckily I had enough to give away. No more charity from me. Hey, man, as long as you got enough money to make it happen, get it in, man. Malcolm, tell him, don't let the thumbnail fool you, boy. Don't let the thumbnail fool you. Ah, Lord, man. You guys are talking to each other. Dr. Feelgood says your ex got 500,000 in a divorce. Bruh, that shit makes my stomach hurt. I'm sorry. You kind of, when you hear about what people lose in divorce, it makes you want to say, I feel sorry and I feel your pain. Thank God I don't understand that, and I pray to God that never happens to me. A lot of people say, if you don't want it to happen, don't get married. But I just don't feel it's gonna, I can't. I don't like to touch it because it's a nightmare waiting to happen. I understand that. You just hope it never happens to you. My man Dennis says, shack up with the Filipina. If she knows the laws, she could get 50% of your retirements. Ah, Lord, 50% of the retirement. That's some painful stuff. Dr. Philgood said child support is cheap in the Philippines. Yeah, it really is. I didn't even know that they enforce child support, but yeah, it probably is pretty cheap. All right. Well, she could come after me if she wants to, because I don't have any money, so I'm good to go. Dr. Mike is broke. I am BROKE, so I am straight. Hey, you can't squeeze blood from a turnip if he ain't got none, right? My man Malcolm says they won't if she's got kids by you. If she does cheat, she will be sealed. She sealed the deal on the relationship. Okay. Our Philippine world, a big hello. What's going on with you? He says, hope and pray you and your family are well. We are. Appreciate that. A big hello to each and everyone in the chat. All right. Everyone's doing well. Glad to see you here, man. I hope you're enjoying the topic. I'm enjoying delivering this one. This is one of my favorite topics of all time. I've gotten more people viewing this video than quite a few. So I feel like this is definitely a topic that we can all relate to. Americanized Filipinas are more dangerous than any woman you can meet in the West. I've explained to you why I feel that way, but I am interested to understand why you would feel this way. Like I said, I gave you my 4 reasons why I feel, and I feel like, we could have gone on and on and on about it, but I wanted to ask you guys, why do you feel that Americanized Filipinas are more dangerous than any woman you could ever meet in the West? Let me know that. Leave it down in the chat box. When I get to it, I promise you I will read it out loud. All right. Dr. Feelgood is all about not marrying. And hey, man, if that is your cup of tea, man, to each their own. I am sorry this chat be hanging like, I can't stand it. Shit, give me a minute, guys. I'm trying to, okay, back up. Doc is all over the place. Okay, let me look here. Okay, here we go, guys. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go to yeah, never mind. I gotta go to a different chat box. I'm sorry, guys. I gotta catch up. Give me a minute. Doc's gonna get you. Don't worry about it. But while I'm scrolling down, make sure y'all caress, molest, and de-stress yourself all over the like button. Please do. Don't leave me hanging on them likes, man. And if you guys want to support the channel, please feel free to do so. All right. My man MD says it's a good thing I have no friends here. Me neither. He says I got friends, but I don't bring them around my wife. Hell no, not happening. Malcolm says you're not buying. There's 52 people in the room. I mean, it's a shocker for me too, man. I'm used to talking to my core audience, probably 20, 30 max. How it jumped up this far, I'll never know. Maybe people are interested in the topic. I don't know. But if you guys are here, please feel free. I don't know if it's like one person watching on multiple platforms. I don't know. But thank you. That's all I can say. All I can say. Essential Classics, my circle is small. It's damn near a dot. Yeah, mine doesn't exist either, man. Dennis says, Dr. Mike, have a video about Philippine laws. I need to familiarize myself with the laws before I go hard on a topic like that, but I'll see what I can come up with. All right. My man Chad says it's facts, especially if she's fine as wine. They're gonna try for sure. They don't even, man. I'm telling you, that's why having friends is garbage, bro. I would never have friends, man. Not friends that I would bring around my young lady, man. You guys are talking to each other. Fellow traveler, he says, if you have friends that hit on your girlfriend for any reasons, they should no longer exist to you. That's the truth. It really is messed up. They are the lowest existence in the world. I agree with that one. Uh, like I said, man, we got about 55 watching the doc right now, man. Y'all better make sure y'all get the likes up, man. Don't leave me hanging. Don't do the doc dirty like that, man. Don't do me dirty like that. I'm trying to, guys, what I need you to do is I need you to if you guys see any comments, if you guys have wrenches and you see any comments that need approving, approve them for me because I can't see them in my other chat. So if you see them and they're needing approval, just take care of it, all right? But yeah, man, make sure y'all support the good doc, man. Don't play with me like that. Hold on, let me back up. God, I'm trying to work. Yeah, man, we have 55 watching. That is a shocker for me. Like I said, man, you got people who could do 200 viewers and shit. Hey, man, I'm happy with whoever decides to come through and listen to me talk my mess. I do it all the time, but I guess this was just a topic that people were likely more interested in, okay? My man Chad says, but if she's loyal and dedicated to you, you don't have to worry. Exactly. So I'm not saying this is going to happen if you bring them to the United States. I would never say that. That's inaccurate. It sucks to hear people say that, but yeah. Set up a challenge through the never mind. Hey guys, I'm gonna let y'all do that one. I don't want to be in on the in crowd. I'm just gonna talk my shit and I'm just gonna read my stuff off. I gotta keep up with everybody. Fellow traveler, yes, people change. This is the fact of life. Hopefully she doesn't change for the worse. Shout out to my man Steve Robinson. Much love to you, man. Been down since day one. That's my brother right there. I appreciate you. You're one of my OGs, man. Much love to you, man. I'm gonna make sure I shout you out anytime I see you. You know you ain't never got a problem with me on that one. Who else we got? He says, I don't want property in the country. I don't like things to hold me back. That's also one of the very good reasons why you shouldn't. Melvin Den, what's going on? He says, I live in Washington State. I see many white guys bring their dimes here and she's exposed to the club scene. He doesn't want to go out. Why is it that he's home drinking beer? She's giving it up. Ooh, can't do it. My man MD says, I just bought my wife here, but if you can live in the Philippines, I'd stay there. My wife has been great though. I mean, like I said, you can't expect that it's gonna change automatic. It's just not the way it's gonna be. It's not gonna always be that way. So you do have the choice. You do have the choice. A lot of people will say, Some people will say, nah, you can do it if you want to. All right. So I'm looking at my likes. I'm seeing 45 likes, 53 watching, 2 dislikes. Oh, man, they don't like me. Oh, I think they hate me. Some people hate you for being honest, though. I mean, I don't know why you would hate me. Doc ain't never did nothing to nobody. But y'all make sure y'all get the likes up on the video. My man Reggie Dollar says, don't bring them. Oh, Lord. You guys are great. My man Malcolm says, people have known to throw their culture out the window in the U.S. to an extent, I suppose. Ah, Lord. They do a whole lot more than throw their culture to the side. They feel like they have to try to fit in with what we got going on. So stupid. So stupid. Observer, you're 100% correct. Competition that they have with one another is an ego trip, and all women when ahead of the game. He said, and all women who are ahead of the game and making money. I mean, it's a power move, but I think it's weak. It's a sign of weakness, in my opinion, when you go that hard for no reason. But, people are going to do it. And Filipinos are synonymous for doing that, especially when they're in foreign countries. They have got to show off what they have. You see it. 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 I see it. My man Curtis says, I'm going to be going back and forth checking on my business here. Like I said, man, as long as you can afford the trip, do your thing. Do your thing. All right. Y'all talking to each other. I'm skipping comments, so don't kill me. My man Melvin says, an Americanized Filipino doesn't does not honor herself. So you have to pass on that because you will already have too many miles on her. Ah, that shit happens. Um, the Observer, they delayed your flight. That sucks. He says, so you're gonna be routed to LAX to Manila, Philippine Airlines. Dr. Mike, are you still in the Manila area? I'm in the Manila area, but I don't know how long I'm gonna be staying here. My bad, G. But like I said, man, y'all can email me all anytime you want to. Mikethepiguide at gmail.com. Email me anytime you want to. I'll definitely leave my stuff there so that you guys can definitely check me out. So Kevin Chapman, what's good with you, man? Are you back in Davao? Not yet. I've been actually around. I'm in Manila right now, but I'm in an undisclosed location. But when I do go back to Davao, I'll let y'all know. You'll see it in my videos. You'll know when I'm back. But right now, I mean, Cuddy album was just a week or so ago, so that was pretty decent. But women, yeah, you could say women are women the same anywhere and everywhere. You just hope that the woman that you're dating doesn't actually become this westernized, Americanized horror story. You've ever seen American Horror Story? That's exactly how I feel. Oh man. My man Melvin says, Doc is talking real talk. Americanized Filipinas is the worst. They forget where they came from and they are quick to give up the ghost. Killing my pie, man. They make my feelings hurt. My man Big Brother from another was good with you, man. You're in New Zealand. Filipinas seem better still than Western women, generally speaking. Or maybe you're just biased. We can all have our biases. I'm just saying, though, an Americanized Filipina is the worst ever. More dangerous than any American woman you could ever meet. My man Malcolm says, I'm glad I don't have much friends here, but that still leaves family. You think your family would try to go hard on your chick? Man, if it's family, that's that's even worse, man. My man Melvin says, if you run into an Americanized Filipina, you cut her loose and never look back. All over that. Observer, yeah, they're not your friends if they try to go at you like you like that. I understand that, but I'm just saying, though, people who are in your circle will try to go after your chick. It would be surprising if family too, but I wouldn't put it past them. That's the sad part of life. Women are all the same all over the world. Hypergamy is a real gentleman. I know a lot of you guys got issues with Filipinos or you've had bad relationships and stuff. I get it. So I'm not mad at you for saying what you say because you're speaking from personal experiences. Yes, I understand that the system knows how to F you in the behind. We'll say it like that. They know how to get you. So if that's the case, man, for those that have been through it, I'm sorry. I feel your pain. I truly do. Because to say you lost X amount in any divorce is enough to make you feel like crap, especially if that woman didn't work at all to get or even earn that money. All right. Reading comments. My man Jedi says, don't get married in the Philippines if you have too much to lose. Like I said, I'm broke, so I don't care. Malcolm says, what's the one thing you regret before traveling? You mean the one thing that I regret before traveling back to the United States, the one thing that I regret before traveling to the Philippines, or the one thing that I regret in general about traveling? So I know exactly how to answer the question because I'm not sure. Not sure. My man says he paid $2,000 a month in child support and the kids are grown. Don't go to America. Damn, man, you making my feelings hurt, man. Mm. Mm. All right. My man Michael says my family is all up in my travel business, so I wouldn't tell or discuss my travel intentions with friends or family. That is probably the worst mistake you can make. I mean, the only people that know about it are the people that already know I'm getting it in. MD, you ain't lying, man. 52, 54, 59, up to damn near 60 people coming through. This was something I did not see coming. I see a lot of people beefing with each other. I wish we could have a nice, decent chat here, but, Doc's just having fun and enjoying it, and I'm glad that you guys are enjoying it too. Definitely hope that you guys have something to add to the situation. I'm just here to speak my truth, just here to speak what I know to be accurate. Americanized Filipinas are basically more dangerous than any Western woman you could ever meet. All right. Jedi, you see the doc working overtime, man. But I mean, hey, man, I appreciate you guys getting the likes up. I mean, if you can support, I'm all in 100%. I would appreciate that 100. But if you can't, I'm just glad that you guys are here to listen to me pop off and talk my shiznit. And I'm glad that you guys are seemingly enjoying it. All right. Pedro, I see you in the building, man. It is a hot topic, probably one a little bit hotter than I'm used to. Got all these people up in here cutting a full and getting all hot and bothered by it. But hey, this is what we do for a living, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I'm here for. I'm here to bring about conversations that I know will get you guys talking. I'm here to bring about the topics of conversation that I feel personally will get you guys invested and get you guys understanding what is really going on. Americanized Filipinas are the worst, and they are more dangerous than any woman you could ever meet in the West. I'll say that every time I say this. All right. Malcolm, I don't know if they're stalkers, man, or just people who happen to trip, fall, and land on the Good Docs channel. So whatever it is, I'll take it, man. A view is a view is a view is a view, man. I'll take it. I'm happy to have you guys here. I'm glad that I can have a more broader audience to listen to my topics. I don't want to be boring with this. I want you guys to be interested, intrigued, engaged. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I'll definitely call you out by name and I will read your questions. If you have anything that you want to add, I will read what you have to say as long as it is addressed to me, so that I can definitely make sure that I know you're talking to me and not adding somebody else in the chat. Mike John, if you can afford to leave her in the Philippines and everything will go well, just keep her there. Yes. I think that a life in the Philippines is a whole lot better than a life in the United States, as long as you can afford to keep doing it that way. And I mean a real relationship. I mean literally being there with her, you know, being next to her while you're in the Philippines is a whole lot better. Not just I'm gonna travel back and forth, because you can't really call that a relationship. And you know, Filipinos have a tendency to get restless. You feel me? Back and forth doesn't always work for all of them all the time. Give them too much freedom, you know how the game might go. Not saying it will go, but give them too much freedom, you know where this could possibly lead to. All right. Our Philippine world, he says, not good to make foreign friends here. Some are not too friendly. I personally don't have foreigner friends. I'm sorry, in the Philippines, no disrespect to them. I just keep to myself. If I come across you, I see you, I say what's up to you. But again, even the foreigner guys in the Philippines are trying to smash your girl. Even though there's 1,000,001 Filipinos they could choose from, they're going to choose yours. Tell me what's wrong with that. Tell me what's wrong with that. Tell me what's wrong with that. All Filipinos in the world, and they choose to want to mess with yours. Not happening, bro. Not happening. Dr. Feelgood says, every time I come back to the Philippines and my co-workers see my girls I hung out with, they are ready to cut my throat. They look better than their fat girlfriends. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You can make a lot of people jealous, but you definitely don't want to bring them around your young lady. But yeah, that thumbnail is a secret, guys. I can't tell you where I got that one from. Lord. Malcolm says, you really don't have much to gain by bringing her to the U.S. unless she comes on her own free will or means nothing beneficial. Now, Malcolm, I'm going to have to disagree. Okay, Malcolm, I'm not going to lie. I hear what you're saying, but when you say there's nothing to gain, I'm going to have to disagree. And I'm only going to have to disagree only because she can definitely be there to help you financially. I mean, if you're dealing with a woman that is uneducated, yes, you're right. No benefit. But if your girl has an education, if your girl has been to school, she could get a job in the United States. She can work in the United States. She can bring in an income in the United States. Imagine, 2 incomes are always better than 1. So there is an advantage to bringing him here, as long as they know when you touch down, baby girl, you going to work. Whenever they say that you are allowed to work, you going to work. So that's what I believe to be wholeheartedly honest about bringing a Filipina to the United States. She has to be there to work, not just to be a companion to sit there and look at you all day. That's not how this game goes. You have got to put her to work. You got to let her work. Yeah, you don't want her to be around Americanized, penized, but come on, man. There's going to be some give and take. But I do believe that there is a benefit if you let her work. But I understand if she is uneducated and she can't get a job or can't do anything, yeah, there is no benefit. So yeah, you're right on that one. Yeah, when they qualify for certain things, man. Yeah, that's true. But I say that they're educated, they can actually work. Damn, yo, we got 60 people watching right now. I appreciate all 60 y'all coming through. I got 60 in, 50 likes, 2 dislikes. Oh man, this is rough. This is rough. I'm telling you. But we're gonna keep doing what we're doing, man. Let me see. I gotta read comments. Joanne, this is just an honest opinion. If you're not an Americanized Filipina, you'll be all right. If you're not an Americanized Filipina, you'll be all right. No, it has nothing to do with her attraction level. Dude, she could be ugly as all get out. It's still not going to stop your friends from trying to sleep with her. And the reason why it's not going to stop the friends from trying to sleep with her is simply because they probably still look 100,000 times better than the women that they are possibly dating. So even if she's ugly, even if she's like, for example, a 5 or a 4 in the Philippines, she'll still be a 7 or an 8 in the United States in comparison to the average woman that you see most of these guys with. So it's still a double-edged sword, if you ask me. That's the best way for me to put it. Scuba Tom says, nice thing about a Thai girl, most don't want to come to the U.S. If one goes bad, just go separate ways. A lot of Filipinos don't want to leave the Philippines either. I will say that. They understand that they have a better opportunity. That's the reason why they do it. My man Malcolm says he's watching Training Day. King Kong ain't got shit on me. That's kind of how I feel right now. Got 59 people in the building. I definitely feel like King Kong ain't got shit on me. Shout out to the homie Anti-Gravity, man. Appreciate you coming through and showing love to the good doc, man. Eddie Jackson, I see you in the building. Yeah, man, I was surprised at my count too, man. And it's holding steady. That's weird. It scares me a little bit. Kevin says, do you know where Echoland is? Yeah, man, I know where Echoland is. It's just near SM Davao. That's pretty much the area of Echoland. So I'm anywhere in Davao I'm really familiar with. You can tell me about any place in Davao and I'll pretty much know where you're talking about, man. Dr. Mike is definitely in an undisclosed location. Don't worry about what I'm doing. I'm just doing what I'm doing when I'm doing it. Just know that I have enough time to come through and deliver this particular live stream today, and I'm going to definitely give you the best of me, 100%. So y'all make sure y'all give me these likes, man. Doc over here pandering for likes and shit. I feel like I'm losing it over here. I am begging for likes. This is sad. It's a sad day, man. I told you, if my channel goes to hell, I'm going to Angeles City and I'm doing Walker Street videos all day long. I'm telling you. once my channel goes tits up and I don't have anything else to talk about, we're going to Walker Street, people. That shit ain't gonna never get boring, right? Ah, man. Kevin, you're right. It does depend on where she's from. Like I said, provincial, education, or whatever, city life. It depends on how well or not well she progresses in the Philippines. All right. Dr. Feelgood says Americanized Filipina is nowhere as vicious as an American white princess. You don't want that beef. Okay. I'm not gonna say anything against it, man. You know what you're saying. Vernal, what's going on, man? I hope I'm saying that right. Elcock, you say there's a dude in the Philippines paying $400, $500 a month in child support. Wow. Read Philippines law, not just what someone told you. Like I said, man, I don't plan on spitting on kids, so I don't plan on having to deal with this. But it can be a nightmare, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, it can be a nightmare, ladies and gentlemen. Americanized Filipinas, in my personal opinion, are worse than any woman you can meet in the West. Malcolm, in general, my regret about traveling, I never really have any regrets. I'm always excited when I'm on a plane, man. I can't front. I'm always excited to fly. So I very rarely regret any part about traveling. I mean, I don't like the long flights and the layovers and stuff. I don't like that stuff, but in reference to traveling in general, I can't really find anything that I dislike about it. Because it always means that I'm going somewhere new, right? Philippine World says, all I can say is if you don't like the Philippines, you can always go back to your home country. That's true. And again, not all women are the same. We got that. Shit, man, $2,000 a month. Man, I'll be making it rain in the club. Somebody pay me $2,000 a month. I'll be in the Philippines killing it. Philippine World says, don't ask me personal questions. You'll get answers from me. Oh, I don't know. I'm confused. All right. Too much estrogen and egos. Malcolm, that's funny. It is too much estrogen and egos. Dr. Feelgood, I'm going to be honest with you, man. You're right. It is always cheaper to keep them in the U.S. I will never say that bringing them to the U.S. is always your best bet. It depends. It depends. But, yeah, I'm just saying. It's not always a bad thing. Y'all are definitely loving that thumbnail. Damn near feel like y'all loving the thumbnail more than y'all loving the good dog. What's good with that? My man Kenny Max says the title is flawed. How is it flawed? How are you gonna tell me that Americanized Filipinas are not more dangerous than any woman you can meet in the West? I had to bring you motherfuckers into the chat. So welcome to the good doc, Dr. Mike TV, man. That's just my truth, man. It's here. I'm here. That's just what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna continue to keep doing it too. Kevin, you can dislike it if you want to, man. You're still here. That works for me. You showed up. So regardless of how you feel about the video, you showed up. That's all I care about. And thank you for sharing in your personal opinion. Whether you love me or hate me, you feel something about me. And I'm not saying that like I'm bragging or anything. I'm just saying you have a feeling you have an emotional connection to the video. Whether you love it or hate it, you're at least expressing something. You know what a lot of people do? They don't say anything at all. They don't give you a like. They don't give you a dislike. They don't give you any expression, which makes it more difficult for a YouTuber such as myself to get an idea of what topics you guys are interested in and what you're not interested in. All right. So anyways, hey, man, I'm good with it. Appreciate you showing love, and I appreciate you showing that you're actually here and actually participating. That's all that matters to me. Henry James says that depends on your circle of friends. I wouldn't bring my girl around my friends at all. Couple friends, like I know, like she knows some of my friends, but not enough. All right, Scuba. Tom says if a guy is 60 and she is 20, forget it. She will be gone. Use it to your advantage if you're just looking to have fun, not to keep her. Yeah, all that stuff. Kevin says my condo. Oh, your condo is where? Oh, damn it. Y'all got to make sure y'all. I don't know if y'all talking to me. Work with me. Akeem James, what's good with you, man? I wish you could give me 100 more likes, man. I keep it real, man. You know you're gonna get the best of me 100% of the time. My man John Chance, man, what's good with you, bro? Long time no see, my G. Good to hear from you guys, man. I'm seeing a lot of the old school homies that used to come through back in the day making their special guest appearance tonight. I appreciate y'all being here. My man Henry James says in a previous video you mentioned Korean men with private bars in the Philippines. How do local and police feel about it? As long as they pay their dues, nobody cares. It's all about money. If they are paying their dues, everybody's good to go with it. You can't shut them down as long as they're paying their dues and their licenses are up to date. Nah, Philippines world, I'm joking. I love to tell people that if my channel ever falls apart, I'm going to AC and I'm doing walking street videos. That's it. That is my life after that. All right. I joke when I say that. Come on, guys. You know, Doc has more game than you could ever imagine, or more topics to also squeeze out of my ass. I do it. I do this for fun. So, like I said, it'll never get boring for me. But hey, we do what we do best, man. MD says you were in Echoland right next to SM Mall a couple of months ago. Well, SM Echoland is a pretty good area. It sucks when it rains because it floods over there a lot. Jedi says never let them know what you really have, and that applies in the West too. Yeah, as long as you can avoid it. True. Kevin says Filipinos are the highest earning group of Asians in America. See, so I am right. I would bring my girl to the United States and put her on the whole strobe. No, I'm playing. I would make her work. I mean, that's really the plan. You can't just sit around and stare at me all day. So I'm good. Like I said, as long as she's ready to work, I'm ready to put that work in. And like I said, I don't have to say anything. Everything that I'm saying goes without saying in my relationship. So like I said, the benefit of bringing her to the United States, if you're going to utilize it, is to put that ass to work. She can't just sit there and look at you and be pretty. Come on now. That shit's That shit's played. She can sit there in the Philippines and look pretty. You understand? You don't have to bring her to the US to do that. Any regrets that I have before traveling? I really don't know, Malcolm. I'm trying to think of one. I really am. I'm trying to give you the best answer that I possibly can, my G, and I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it. Is your name Ratcha? I'm sorry, I can't get the name right. You say all Filipinos are immature, so if they become westernized, they are a lethal weapon worse than Western women. See, that's what I'm trying to tell you. An Americanized Filipina is a lot dangerous than a Western woman. And the reason that I say that is because you already know what to expect from a Western woman, right? You already know what to expect from women in the West. It's hard to expect or hard to know what to expect from a Filipina until she becomes Americanized, and that shit right there is a dangerous combination. Americanized Filipinas are rough go, my friends. Rough. My man Malcolm says, I didn't even need shots before I went back and forth. That's a myth and scare tactic people and doctors say to you, especially in Africa, as far as African Americans are concerned. I got my yellow fever shot before going to Africa, so I mean, that's a truthful thing. And then, of course, you got to get those malaria pills. But, that's kind of a standard thing. My man MD says, my only regret is not traveling in my early 20s. I'd be basis. MD, man, you're basically saying exactly what my life was like. Kevin, I still got love for you too, man. I love being in the Philippines at 18. That was probably the craziest thing that could ever happen to a young man. I can't imagine. It's scary, but it's so much fun. Oh, it's so much fun. Rayman, I did not, but that could be trolling as well. All right, that could be trolling as well. Oh, Kevin, you say you got a condo in Echoland. Okay. Oh, they have, right behind SM, they got the One Oasis and all of those condos. You're right. My man Reggie says, I know Americanized Filipinas can get bad, but in no way can they compare to a seasoned American girl. Yeah, I just had to get y'all in the building, man. I don't care. You guys are here. Love you guys. I do it. I say what I have to say, random or not. But after this is my personal opinion. It's how I feel. My man Daniel Tanner, was good with your family. Danny Gordon, always good to see you in the building. I'm trying to catch up with you guys on the chat real quick. I'm almost there. My man Malcolm says, I recommend moving in silence when traveling because you have haters, some serious haters. If not, it's not my problem. So, Malcolm, that is definitely something I can make a video on. I actually like that. That sounds good. I love that. I appreciate the video topic. I don't know when I'm going to make the video. Make sure, I'm going to write it down right now. Make sure to move in silence. Move in silence when traveling. They will hate. That's true, man. I never tell people when I'm leaving. If you haven't noticed, when I make my travel videos to the Philippines, I didn't tell anybody that I was leaving. What did I do? The video just showed up with me at the airport. And that's how people found out that I was back in the Philippines, And that's just the way it's going to be. I will never tell everybody that I'm doing what I. Yes, it is Gogo. I just don't understand why you changed your name, bro. That's why, you killing me. But I feel you now. I got you. I'm just saying what I feel to be accurate. You can feel a certain kind of way about the titling. It's all good. Henry James, how often do I come across African Americans or brothers in Davao City? I might see a handful, maybe 5 a week if I'm lucky. And sometimes it's repeated. So you don't have a lot of African Americans that I know of that come to Davao City. And if they do, they generally go to areas like General Santos and Digos. So they're not actually in Davao City. They're in other areas around Davao City. So kind of the way that I put it in. Channel 19, my G, you missed a lot of stuff, bro. uh, that's funny, Rain Man. I like that one. I did catch my yellow fever shot before going to Africa, then came to the Philippines. That's funny. I like that one, man. Is westernized Filipinas a revolution? No. If you know how to correct that in the beginning, it's not going to be something that's going to be a revolution. Blackpink is the revolution, though. If you ask these Filipinos, they love themselves some Blackpink. My man Daniel Tanner says, but I'm done with messing with American women. We could be cool, but involved. I think I will pass the stick with you think I'll pass the stick with overseas. All right. Channel 19, older women change as well. It's just it's a little bit more with the younger ones than with the older ones, but yeah. My man Jamal, what's good with you, man? He says, Mike, are the condos only near Echoland? Seems to be the highest concentration there. I hate SM Davao. No, man. Abriza is where the majority of the condominiums are located. You have a couple of other condominium units that are coming up near Abriza and on that road, that JP Laurel Street. A lot of them are coming up there, so you're good. Yes, Gogo. It was a good day when we used to do Love and Life in the Philippines, but I feel like my man's, he's definitely gonna make his move to other places. So I'm not sure if that'll ever come back. But I wish my man the best of luck, and like I said, I hope he's enjoying life. Excuse me. May, how you doing, baby? Shout out from the Philippines. Good to see you here. I'm trying to get through the chat, guys. Dude, like I said, it's a handful of guys you'll come across in the Philippines. Yo, I made it to the bottom finally, man. I made it to the bottom. So I feel like we've definitely had a great time with this chat. I do not wish to stretch it or antagonize it or drag it out any longer. I appreciate all of you guys coming through and showing love to the good doc. I truly, truly do. I mean, this channel cannot exist without you. This channel wouldn't be anything without you. Malcolm, you're right. Caesar, I'm not going there with him. I'm not doing that, man. I'm not talking about this 90-day fiance, bro. This dude here got me feeling a certain kind of way, but I'm good. Well, it's hard to bring it back, my friend. You gotta have it takes two, man. And if people are busy, you gotta be able to bring them on. So we'll make it happen one way or another someday soon. We may try to bring it back to what it used to be. But sometimes you gotta keep moving forward. But for sure, man, we can't talk about Caesar. That man there is all jacked up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you guys coming through. But it has been fun and it has been real. But like the good doc says, he has to go about his business now, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys had a great show. Hope you guys enjoyed it. On your way out, make sure you give this video a like. I see we got 59 likes. That's dope. 2 dislikes. I'm all in on that. That's perfectly fine. All right. So I cannot go back and shout out everybody that I saw. There were a lot of y'all in here. So again, guys, this has been fun. It has been real. And maybe we'll try to bring some new people onto the channel. Got to figure out how to bring on people. I have to figure out how to bring on people for the live stream and StreamYard, how to invite people to come on and stuff. So once I get that together, definitely going to try to bring some people in so we can have a great conversation. All right. I have never lost track of that. For sure. All right, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, has been fun, has been real, but the good doc is officially out. At least knuckle, which means I am going now. Bye-bye. As always, love you guys. Mahal kita. Mabuhay. Peace.